Hello fellow humans, it's me, back with this week's devlog coming to you in the form of a video, because it's starting to seem like no one actually reads the devlogs that I've been making. If you're new, this is Portal Hopper. It's a precision platformer about a squid named Splat trying to go home, and I recently delayed and scrapped half the game because it was actually terrible. And then I started doing weekly devlogs while I began rebuilding what I still have of the game, and now I'm trying video devlogs. Start off, I will say I wasn't super active this week for some reason. I just wasn't feeling it, but I still added a few little things and hit a decent milestone, which is first section of chapter 3 is fundamentally complete. The background footage you're seeing right now is from the area, but I do plan on going in and adding more gameplay to the section, because after playing everything together, it felt like it was lacking in the amount of platforming, so I've got a little more work to do before I let that go completely. As for the second section of the chapter, the undergrowth development has technically started, but I'm only like 3 rooms deep, none of which actually being gameplay being platforming. The overall plan for chapter 3 in the end is to have it split into 5 different sections, the first 4 corresponding to the 4 layers of the rainforests, the forest floor, undergrowth, canopy, and emergent layer. And then the 5th section will be more plot over gameplay. Other than the chapter 3 as a whole, I've added quite a few small things this week that add to what's already there. I created a conditional event system with no help from tutorials that completely runs off of true-false variables and if statements, which if you don't know what that means, basically a certain dialogue conversation or a certain NPC might only appear if you talked to another NPC or interacted with something earlier in the game. A few friends that I let playtest the game suggested I add a key to skip dialogue, so now if you press tab, it closes the conversation instantly. I made a very rudimentary companion party system by basically just adding 2 player objects to a room that have a different sprite. I plan on fleshing it out more later by adding a delay to the companion so the 2 player sprites aren't perfectly in sync, but it gets the job done for now. I also made grass that reacts to being stepped on. Well, that's all the major things I got done this week. Hopefully, now that I have all these new basic systems in place, things will start to move faster now that it's going to be more using systems instead of building them. If you enjoyed watching this, let me know and I'll make more of these. I've been trying super unsuccessfully to build some sort of interest around the game, and this was the last thing I could think of to try. But knowing my luck, this video is probably going to bomb. Okay, bye.